Good Friday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And welcome to KEPR QUIK, your latest local news and weather commercial-free in 15 minutes or less. And we're going to jump right over to weather, though, because we're kind of on the reprieve from all of that fire activity, I should say, early yesterday morning. What are we looking at today, and is it going to play a role in any fire activity?
Yeah, we did see some of that strong wind yesterday. Really, Wednesday and Thursday featured strong wind. Now, as we take a look at our weather headlines today, we will still be confronted by light breezes today, but certainly nowhere near what we did see on Wednesday and Thursday. For most of us, we will see winds today staying under 25 miles per hour, and that's for wind gusts. Now, in the one spot that is going to be a bit windier, the Kittitas Valley, as we normally see. Ellensburg may see gusts today as high as 40 miles per hour. For the weekend, we will be fairly calm and pleasant. In fact, light wind is going to be seen by all this weekend with sunny skies overhead, and temperatures are going to be staying seasonal through the forecast too. We are going to be sticking in the 80s through the weekend and well into next week. We will discuss a more in-depth forecast coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Kittitas County. An Ellensburg man is being held in jail on $1 million bail for a deadly shooting during an argument Saturday morning. The man is facing first-degree murder charges. The shooting happened on Chestnut Avenue, and officers were called to the North Alder Street Park area just before 2 Saturday morning, where they found Eduardo Lopez Rios lying on his back. He'd been shot 4 times and was taken to Kittitas Valley Healthcare Hospital, where he later died. The Ellensburg man was arrested at the scene of the shooting. And the Yakima Police Department has issued an endangered missing person alert for a woman and her child, last seen June 4th. 25-year-old Maribel Rodriguez Perez was last seen at the Tall Men's Supermarket off South 5th Avenue at around 10 a.m. on the 4th, boarding a Greyhound bus with their 6-year-old son, Clyber Rondon Rodriguez. The bus was headed to Los Angeles, California. Authorities with YPD say Maribel does not have permission to remove Clyber from the state of Washington, and the alert was activated by State Patrol. And on to the latest fire to kick off in Benton County. This one off Badger Road, near Benton County Fire District 1, Station 150. Now, we're still waiting to hear from fire officials to get more details, but we do know that when firefighters first responded, they estimated the blaze to be about 40 acres in size, but as you can see, it's grown substantially. The latest data from Central Washington Interagency Communication Center estimates it to be around 390 acres. Our reporter at the scene did see at least one building that appeared to be a shed go up in flames. At least 2 helicopters have been in the area helping to get the situation under control. The Weber Canyon fire coming on the heels of a busy morning for firefighters Thursday, with multiple blazes sparking across the region. The biggest so far is in Walla Walla County, where state fire mobilization was authorized for the Van Cycle Canyon fire near Wallula. Fire marshals say the blaze has burned more than 1,900 acres. Level 1 evacuation notices were lifted last night, and the fire is currently 0% contained. It's unknown if any structures have been affected. Investigators are still working to determine how the fire got started. Multiple people are now without a place to stay after a fire broke out in their apartment building in Kennewick. Firefighters say they were called out to this quadplex on North Cleveland Street after reports of the center core stairway being on fire, trapping many on the second story of the building, forcing some to jump from a window. While the fire was put out within 20 minutes, all 4 apartments are now uninhabitable. The Red Cross is offering assistance to those occupants, and firefighters say they haven't figured out how that fire started, but did note they found at least 1 non-functioning smoke alarm in the building. Only 1 injury has been reported from the incident. Firefighters were able to stop a growing wildfire that ignited in Findlay. Leaders from Benton County Fire District 1 tell us the wind-driven blaze near Game Farm Road burned around 5 acres, completely destroying a barn. There were some evacuations in the area, but those have since been lifted. The blaze also took the lives of several chickens. Firefighters aren't sure how that fire started either. And check out these photos of a haystack fire that started in rural Franklin County. While this is what the blaze looked like at first, by dawn, it was mostly a smoldering pile. Firefighters warned the smoke could linger for some time. And finally, the Red Bridge fire burning near Cle Elum is now 60% contained, and evacuation orders have been downgraded. Fire leaders have confirmed a large increase in containment for the fire that started June 9th, which had burned about 53 acres. Firefighters now have fuel breaks consisting of either natural barriers or manually constructed lines around nearly a quarter of the fire's perimeter. All Level 3 Go Now evacuations have been canceled. Independence Day is 3 weeks away, and folks are already looking forward to the festivities. Planning ahead in Moxie? Well, officials say you are allowed to use fireworks in the city on the 4th of July, but you'll need a permit. Moxie is one of a few communities in our area where fireworks are allowed, but now you'll need what's called an individual use possession and discharge permit. Certain fireworks are not allowed, like bottle rockets, skyrockets, and firecrackers. If you're caught using them, you could face a fine and a mandatory court appearance. You can buy the firework permit for the 4th of July at Moxie City Hall. And with that, we're going to jump right over to meteorologist Jefferson Donovan to talk the weather. Jefferson, I looked at the DNR website. This whole area now we're now in high fire danger. So goes to show we're heading into fire season. But on the plus side, we got the cool down coming up. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense, especially with the fire activity that we have seen over the past couple of days. Now, luckily today, we are going to be cooler than we have seen in days prior. If you recall back to the early stages of this week on Monday and Tuesday, we were in the triple digits. Today, we're only going to be talking about temperatures in the 80s. For today in the Tri-Cities, we will enjoy temperatures in the low to mid 80s. Temperatures will be in the low 80s today for the Yakima Valley, mid to upper 70s this afternoon in the Kittitas Valley, with upper 70s to low 80s for the Blue Mountain foothills. Now, I do understand there are clouds in the sky this morning and even a few isolated showers, but this afternoon is going to be turning nice and sunny. Here's a look at your day planner today in Yakima. We will see those high temperatures into the low 80s today underneath plenty of sunshine. And for the Tri-Cities, despite some cloud coverage as we are starting the day, this afternoon is going to be turning very sunny with, again, those high temperatures into the mid 80s. Now let's talk about those winds. We mentioned that fire danger, and we certainly did see some pretty bad fires yesterday morning. Today we are going to be holding on to breezy winds, so please practice that fire safety. We don't want any more wind-driven fires. The good news is the wind today is going to be much lighter than we did see on Wednesday and Thursday. 15 to 25 mile per hour gusts for the Tri-Cities, Yakima, and Walla Walla. Pendleton also in that 15 to 25 mile per hour range. In the Kittitas Valley, though, we still could see gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. By tomorrow, wind is going to be light for pretty much everyone. Even in the Kittitas Valley, we will only see gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. Now, the next 2 days after today look like this. We are going to be looking at sunshine on Saturday with high temperatures in the upper 70s to mid 80s. And on Sunday, partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies with temperatures in the 80s. A very nice Father's Day weekend coming our way. For right now, I'm going to throw it back to Dave. Thanks, Jefferson. We're going to head over to some state news. The Washington Supreme Court has approved new limits on how many cases public defenders can take, cutting the number drastically to ease pressure on the state's overloaded system. The change takes effect in 2026 and comes after warnings that public defense across the state is in crisis. Some counties even have delayed or dropped cases due to a lack of available attorneys. Local governments now face major funding and staffing challenges to meet the new standards. The largest technology festival is here. Scientists and engineers are coming together to combine ideas on how to improve community with technology. TechFest is hosted by Pacific Northwest National Laboratory, their 9th annual event where researchers and computing experts come together to showcase innovations along with improvements in laboratory operations and research.
Is every year we have new things. I mean, think about the last 2 years where AI, artificial intelligence, and generative AI have really accelerated everything we know in this world. Even personally, in our own personal world, we're using ChatGPT more, we're using these artificial intelligence tools. So as we iterate these events, going on for 9 years now, is the technology moves and advances, but then so does our science and how we apply it.
It's a 3-day annual event where each topic changes. 900 to 1,000 employees are expected. And as the school year winds down, a West Valley school bus driver is hanging up her keys for the final time. After taking children to and from school for the past 31 years, KIMA's John Franklin introduces us to this bus driver who has a 3-decade dedication to the West Valley kids that began in 1994.
When you're a student on Pam's bus, you are one of Pam's kids, so you can only imagine how many kids Pam has in this district.
Pam Bailey has been a bus driver for over 3 decades, and it started because she wanted a job that would give her the chance to spend more time with her kids.
I started to be a bus driver because my husband and I's boys were young and in grade school, and I wanted the job to have the summer off with them.
Bailey never imagined she would drive a bus until someone recommended it.
Someone said to me one time, "You should be a bus driver." And I said, "Oh, I could never do that." Well, now I know never say never.
Of her 31 years on the road, she has spent 29 on the same route in West Valley.
I just love it. And Mountain View School is where I've always been. They've always very nice school out at Mountain View School.
Bailey has been on the bus so long that she is seeing former students' children in her seats.
They're happy to get on the bus. They're happy to see you. Good morning. How are you doing? And then they grow up and graduate, and they're awesome young adults, and then their kids start riding the bus. And I get to see the family all over again, and it's just awesome.
Come sun, rain, or snow, Bailey always made it to her destination every day.
I was out there in 7 inches of snow, and I said to myself, you are not going to make it up that next up Stone Hill without any chains on. So on Fisk Road, I'm out there putting chains on my bus in 7 inches of snow because I knew I wasn't going to make it.
Sometimes she gets to take students on field trips or competitions, and she is close with those athletes as well.
I took this one wrestling trip to Wenatchee, and the wrestlers were getting off the bus, and I said, you guys are going to do awesome. I know you're going to do awesome. And this kid come back, and he goes, I pinned my guy just for you.
On Friday, she will be picking up and dropping off her students for the final time, closing a chapter on the longest job she has ever had.
Probably tears more on my side, and tell the kids, I'm going to tell them it's been so awesome to be your bus driver, and you're doing so well, and you have a great summer.
For Action News, I'm John Franklin.
KMA's John Franklin, thank you, and Pam Bailey, congratulations. We're going to stick in the county, though. Rexford Manor and the Cascades of Chesterly are now under one name. The campus features a renovated dining area, a newly designed bistro, and a grand patio, as well as a shuttle vehicle. It's now locally owned and operated and offers a full spectrum of senior living, from independent to assisted living to memory care.
My mother-in-law is the perfect example. She was next door in independent living. When she needed to come over here, at first she was a little resistant, but it turns out she already has 2 or 3 friends that have moved over here and are living in assisted living. Plus she still gets to go back and visit next door for her birthday in 2 weeks. And so the community of people know each other, they get involved and friends with each other, and it becomes like a large family.
Now, this vision started with Dr. Lloyd Butler and became a reality through his partnership with Justin Yonkers and Doug Ellison. Staff say local ownership has made a real difference for everyone. Currently, they're preparing to build new memory care cottages to meet rising demand. Happening this weekend, Pasco has a couple of exciting events. One includes a new addition to a community pool. The Pasco Aquatic Center is reopening this Saturday with the plan of keeping the pool open year-round. A bubble is being built around the pool, which will provide more activities for schools and swimming lessons any time of the year. The Pasco Farmers Market is also hosting a second Kids Day this Saturday. There will be inflatables, Kona ice, face painting, and live music. This event is open to everyone and is free. The Pasco Aquatic Center will be open from 1 p.m. to 5:45 p.m. Kids Day will operate the same time as the Farmers Market, which is 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And not in Pasco, no worries. There's plenty going on this weekend. There's an escape room in Richland focused on emergency preparedness. 3 to 8 players will get to solve over 20 interactive puzzles, from safely shutting off a gas leak to properly using a fire extinguisher. The room is designed for children 12 and up, but younger players can join if accompanied by an adult. The games will run all weekend long at the Bombing Range Brewing. Cost about $35 to $45 per player for an hour of fun, with prices varying by size of group. It is strongly recommended that you book ahead. If you're looking to get out on the dance floor, Walla Walla has got the event just for you. Happening on Saturday, VFW Post 992 will be hosting a weekly social dance night on Saturdays from 6 to 9 p.m. Folks can go out there and enjoy the free event for all ages. Soft drinks and snacks will be available for purchase. For folks wanting some fresh fruit during these hot summer days, the downtown Yakima Farmers Market has officially kicked off. Thanks to Celerity Credit Union, locals can enjoy fresh produce, art, crafts, music, local food, and flowers. The event is every Sunday until October 19th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Rotary Marketplace, although this Sunday is Kids Day with fun activities packed for children at various vendor booths. But that's not the only farmers market happening this weekend. Prosser has also started theirs, running every Saturday until October 4th. The market will have over 35 vendors, live music, and free kids activities. The event runs from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And thank you for watching this episode of KEPR QUIK. That does it for us. For more local news and weather, you can head over to our websites, KEPRKIMATV.com, as well as our Facebook pages. But while you're here, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with our latest mini newscasts Monday through Friday. Have a happy Father's Day, and we'll see you on Monday. Take care.